Feeling a bit grinchy at Christmas with all the bad news? Well, let's hear an uplifting story for a change. This one from Geoff Clayton, past president of the Alouette River Management Society in Maple Ridge. A few days ago, in lieu of a card, Geoff sent me his memory of a shipmate's bravery on Christmas at sea. It was Christmas Eve. I was a marine engineer on the Dauntless II Pacific Towing Company. We were pulling 70 sections of logs from the Broughton Archipelago connected to Queen Charlotte Straits, an area known as the Jungles by us, down to the booming tie-up grounds in Howe Sound. It had been snowing off and on all day, covering the boom's logs with a blanket of snow. The night closed in black as ink, with more snow coming down, and a wind blowing it sideways as we reached Half Moon Bay. Around 1900 hours, the skipper suddenly noticed that no kerosene lights were burning on the tail end of our boom. This was a great danger to other ships, but fixing the problem wouldn't be easy, because there were 800 feet of cable out of our winch drum to the head stake of the boom, and the boom, 70 sections, was another 800 to 1,000 feet long. What to do? First, we winched in the cable until our stern was against the headstick of the boom. Then the skipper asked the deckhand if he could make it across those very loose snow-covered logs and relight the lamps. Jack Workingtime, God bless his great spirit, for he's long gone now, spoke right up. "I'll try, Skip," he said. Jack, with cork boots on and a lamp in each of his hands, clambered over our stern and jumped onto the swell-heaving headstick for his perilous journey over 3 blocks of logs, poorly outlined because of the snow on them. Each log was moving in the sea's swell as Jack ran across them, hardly visible at first in the small veil of light that came from our stern winch light for a few feet aft, then not at all. We all stood at the stern in the blowing snowy, cold night air, and although we could not see Jack, we could see the flicker of the new lamps he carried, which he had lit. Finally, we were able to make out the lamps more clearly. He had done it, trimmed the wicks in the new lamps with great care, and placed them on the aft corners of this log boom. A risky mission accomplished, but what now? Would Jack make it back in the pitch darkness across those slippery, snow-covered logs? We waited anxiously for what seemed like eternity. Then, suddenly, there he was, Jack's big frame and round, smiling face looming up not more than 40 feet away from our stern. We all gave a big sigh of relief, and Jack said, "I hope the lamps don't blow out again." We got to the Howe Sound booming ground safely, tied up the boom, and headed to the foot of Campbell Avenue in Vancouver. It was 2 a.m., Christmas morning, and still snowing. I phoned my wife to let her know we were docked, but I didn't want her to drive in from Port Coquitlam on those slippery roads to pick me up. She said, "Geoff, we have a few house guests. I'll ask Mark Rigby if he'll drive me in." Mark, a veteran World War II pilot, didn't hesitate. "Sure, let's go," he said. By 4:30, I was home on Christmas Day. Jack wrote Geoff recently, "I'm sharing this story with you as you know what diamonds some people can be under trying conditions." Now, 60 years later, I feel blessed to have worked with and known some great people. Geoff. For more of Geoff Clayton and his inspiring memories, listen to the 100 Years War on Alouette Salmon, an 8-part podcast in which Geoff recalls the historic attempts to bring banished wild salmon back into the Alouette watershed.
Find it at seatcenter.com.
For now, in Geoff's own words, Merry Christmas all, and be safe, especially those at peril on the sea.